Fortnite Zero Build's kind of been in this weird state for a while now, where it's too different from builds to warrant the map it's played on, but it's not different enough to have separate loot pools. But with a recent update, Zero Build has had a complete overhaul. So, is it better? Yeah, I think so. This video is going to be a bit shorter and also unscripted. I'm just going to give my thoughts on the changes they've made to Zero Build. If you like the video and you want to support me, you could use my code in the shop or subscribe. It'd help me out a lot. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is probably not the first thing on everyone's mind. Brick-a-bunkers. The Brick-a-bunker is a new item you can find on the map. It's basically just a porta-bunker, but it's gray and it's made out of brick. I don't like this. In fact, I don't like any sort of cover item in Zero Build except for cow catchers. Zero Build was at its best in Chapter 3 Season 2 and Chapter 3 Season 3, where you didn't have porta-forts, porta-fortresses, porta-bunkers, nothing to build with. And ever since they added porta-bunkers, and especially small shield bubbles, the mode just hasn't been the same. Because it's less about positioning and more about RNG with what items you can find. So yeah, I really don't like the Brick-a-bunkers being in the mode, but that's like one of the only negatives. Another thing, fall damage not killing you anymore. Revert this shit. I get why it's in the game, but the reason it's in the game shouldn't be a problem. It was probably to prevent things like, the baseball bat knocking you off giant cliffs and killing you to fall damage. Just don't have items that do that though. It's not that hard. They also made it so cover, like natural cover, has way more health. Like trees, fucking 2,000 health. This is what I want to see, not Brick-a-bunkers. Natural cover should always be superior and should always be what people are looking for. I don't want to just be able to throw down cover from my inventory. Speaking of inventory, we finally got the 6th item slot. This is what they call a pocket item, and basically it's a shockwave, med mist, smoke grenade, or a shield bubble that is infinite on a cooldown. This is amazing. This is how shockwaves need to be done. It's on a 30-second cooldown if I remember correctly. Med mist, smoke grenade, and the shield bubble I haven't actually gotten to use, but the med mist, smoke grenade specifically is very confusing to me, because there's also a smoke grenade that you can pick up as an item, which one makes the other useless. I don't really get the point of it. Like, why would you carry a smoke grenade when you can just use a med mist smoke grenade that's infinite? The shield bubble I actually do like. Even though it is throwable cover, it's big enough to where it's not annoying to fight around, because the small shield bubbles are fucking annoying, dude. They also added the ability to cut your glider while you're landing. This is just Warzone. It's not a bad feature, but it's just Warzone. I do also like the infinite sprint with your pickaxe out. That's pretty cool. I feel like it's perfectly balanced. And lastly, I want to touch on the Overwatch collab real quick. Obviously in the background you'll see I'm using the Genji skin. I'm a huge Overwatch fan, so I might be a little biased. Nothing for Genji besides a skin, a pickaxe, and a backbling though. That kind of pissed me off. Moving on to the gameplay though. Tracer's pulse pistols are some of the most fun I've had in this game in a long time. Even though I suck with them because for some reason my Overwatch quote-unquote skills don't translate over to Fortnite very well, they're still really fun to use, and they're a great mobility. Infinite too. And Mercy's staff is actually really common for being a legendary item, but I don't think that's an issue because it heals pretty slowly. I think it's balanced in solos. I'll have to see how it works in squads and duos where you can damage boost people, but I think it's fine in solos at least. The other Act 3 stuff though is kind of a payload rift anomaly, really. I also added a new pulse rifle and it's kind of busted. It's like the overclock pulse rifle but a little less accurate, and it gives you the overdrive grenade effect. So that's yeah, it's a little overpowered. But yeah, like I said, this is a short video, so I just wanted to give my thoughts on the update. Honestly, I think it's a great step for Zero Build. There could be some improvements with some things, but I think it's a great step for Zero Build overall, and it's some of the most fun I've had in Zero Build since it released in Chapter 3. But let me know your thoughts. Do you like Brick-a-bunkers? If you do, I don't like you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay frosty. I'll see y'all in the next one.